Forget awkward first dates and corny phrases. If you really want to seduce your crush, start in the kitchen. That's not just preparing food together, that's cooking chemistry. The right dish and the right setting can unlock more than love, it can spark pure desire. So, skip boring restaurants with slow waiters that kill the vibe. Start your date night at home. The second they walk through the door, lead them straight into your cooking arena. Be gentle, be playful, and instantly make them feel like they're part of the action. Set the vibe in advance. Low-key music, maybe some candles, but don't overdo it. Remember, you're not reenacting The Bachelor. When they arrive, give them a comfy seat or a stool in the kitchen and hand them a drink. Don't put them to work right away. You want them to feel playful, not like, they're working a shift in your restaurant. Then hit them with something unexpected. Not dinner right away, but something interactive. Like have a little taste testing challenge, waiting with 3 mystery dips. It breaks the ice, it gets them laughing, and it instantly makes you the fun, confident host who knows how to play. Because, look, here's the secret. When you start a date in the kitchen, it's not about showing off your cooking skills. It's about creating moments, little laughs, little sparks. That's where the chemistry kicks in. When you've messed around with the taste test game, drop something smooth. One single killer bite that flips the mood from playful to spicy. Think something they can eat in one go. No forks, no knives, just fingers. Like a strawberry dipped in chocolate. Ooh, or even better, a chili dusted piece of dark chocolate. Why? It's sweet, it's spicy. It's a silky smooth sensation. And here's the move. You feed it to them. Not in some kind of corny way, here comes the airplane. Just be casual, like, hey, try this. That little moment, fire. It's risky, it's close, it's personal. And when they lean in and take that bite, boom, you've just turned your kitchen into a seduction vibe. See, by now they're laughing, they're hooked, and you've got momentum. Time to play the wild card, oysters. Yeah, they've been a seduction classic since the 1600s, and believe me, they still hit hard today. Here's the thing, oysters aren't just food, they're a trust test. Most people look at them and think, not for me. They're slimy, salty, and honestly look like something that fell off of an old shipwreck. But that's the magic, because if they've never tried one before, this becomes your moment. You set it up nice and smooth. You pop one open, give it a little squeeze of lemon, maybe a dash of hot sauce, and you say, okay, here's the deal. It looks weird, but trust me, it's worth it. Keep it playful, keep it light. The second they agree and tilt it back, boom, that's a win. Why? Because they just took a risk with you. And desire always starts with a little risk. But here's the play. If they trust you enough to go for it, boom, that's your first win. The texture, the salt, the rush, it's not just food, it's adrenaline. Oysters are loaded with zinc, which fuels dopamine, the brain's pleasure hormone. Now right there, in that messy, brave, slightly scary moment, the chemistry doubles. And if they gag or laugh, even better. You laugh with them, pour the champagne, and turn the fail into a memory. Either way, you're closer, and that's the whole point. So, let's say you've played the oyster card. Maybe they loved it, maybe they made a face like they swallowed the ocean. Doesn't matter. Either way, you swoop in like the hero with the ultimate reset button, champagne. Here's why this move hits different. Champagne isn't just a drink, it's a vibe in a bottle. You pop that cork and instantly, it's a celebration. The sound alone gets a smile. It's playful, it's fun, it's also a little dramatic. Now pour it slowly. The bubbles rise, they catch the light, and then, this is key, you clink glasses. Not stiff like a business toast, but casual, close, like it's your little inside joke. The magic of champagne, it wakes up every sense. Those tiny bubbles don't just sparkle in the glass. They dance on the tongue, they tingle, they tease. The crisp acidity cuts through the oyster, refreshing the whole mood while the gentle buzz mellows away any nerves. Suddenly, you're both lighter, you're laughing more, you're leaning in closer. And here's the subtle play. Champagne and oysters are the appetizer. Now it's time to bring in some heat as a starter before the main course event. Something small, shareable, and just daring enough to spark some chemistry. Think of a little daring bite with chili, or a tiny crostini with chili honey drizzle. The trick is that it's unexpected. It looks innocent, but it hits the senses, and that creates the spark. Chili triggers endorphins, the same stuff your brain releases when you're falling in love. And this is what happened. You just turned your kitchen into a flirt lab. Now here's where you bridge to the main course without breaking the vibe. You don't want to vanish into the kitchen like a waiter. This isn't dinner service. It's a date. So you've prepped the heavy lifting already. Table set, main ingredients ready to go. But here's the slick part. You invite them in with a tiny task. Hand them a spoon and say, "Here, help me stir this sauce for a sec." Or let them sprinkle the final chili flakes on the dish. It's not about needing help. It's about letting them play in your sandbox. That small act makes them feel a part of the creation, like it's your dinner together and not just something that you cooked up for them. Now it's time to serve the main course, but not in some stiff restaurant-style way. Nah, this is your moment. Keep it simple but sexy. The work is already done. Table's set. No chaos, no stress. You created some space to play. That means when you bring the dish out, it feels effortless. But don't just plop the plate in front of them. You want the reveal. Make it a little dramatic. Bring it out covered. Then let them lift the lid. Remember, this isn't just dinner, it's storytelling on a plate. It's cheerful and full of surprises. And by this time, you're sharing this energy together. And when you take that first bite, pause. Watch their reaction. That little wow face? That's your win. And if it's not, no stress. Show some empathy, not wolf-level focus on the food. Because here's the thing, the main course, it isn't really about the food. It's about creating a vibe, keeping the energy flowing, and making them feel like the star of the night. So you've played the game, and now it's time to close the deal with something unforgettable for dessert, the honey experience. Forget a boring slice of cake. You bring out a little board with bites, dark chocolate squares, fresh strawberries, maybe a few figs or nuts, and last but not least, some spoons with different kinds of honey. Thick, slow, and glowing in the candlelight. Okay, here's the play. Let them drizzle it over their favorite bite. Don't rush it. The slower, the better. And have them pick the figs or nuts with honey with the same spoon. And when everything is all good, hold out your choice of bite for them. Feed it to them. Let it linger. Sticky, sweet, a little messy. That's the charm. And if you're bold, lick the honey off your own fingers. Softly, slow. It's casual, but it's also a signal. Honey isn't just sweet, it's sticky, it's teasing, it lingers. And so does the vibe. By now, dessert has become the after party, the slow burn that keeps things going into the night. In the end, seduction isn't about corny lines or expensive gifts. It's about crafting an emotional adventure for the senses. Risk, laughter, heat, indulgence, and sweetness, all woven into a meal. And by the time you've shared all of this, you've created chemistry.